So welcome back to another episode of commentary between me and Ken Star.
We're back.
Yeah. So let's look at the team comp for a sec. Let's analyze this team comp.
Right.
So on the blue side, you have a very early and late game team comp. By early, I mean Talon will probably have more advantage because of assassin nature against Malzahar. Malzahar is only able to deal with Talon level 6. So
Definitely,
before
yeah.
so before that, Talon has very high kill potential, especially with Ignite. And
hmm
then with late game, you have Aphelios and Senna. If
Very
Senna
high
kept,
scaling.
yeah, if Senna kept up with her stack farm, she's gonna have long range and she's gonna crit and she's gonna hurt.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah,
Although, if you look at the red side, I mean, it's definitely more on the control side of aspect of team fighting. Like they want to lock one person down, completely like shut down any form of team fight and poke that they have immediately,
yeah,
which would probably go towards like the Talon or the Lilia. Talon being like the guy that always goes for the backline, or the playmaker, which is Lilia for this game.
yeah. So in this game, Malzahar is an early game just have one objective, which is just to lock down Talon to prevent Caitlyn from getting killed, to prevent Talon from snowballing. Mid game and late game onwards, he may need to lock down Lilia just because it's hard to aim when Lilia gets all the movement speed, and he may need to lock down Senna just so that she's not constantly DPS and hard to kill.
Exactly. So it comes down to really much of a coin flip
Yeah,
when it's just like who really comes first, and then also at the same time throughout the scaling of the red side, or sorry, the blue side, 3 ignites. That's a lot of ignites.
yeah. They're after very heavy early game, early kills.
Yeah, they definitely want that blood
Yeah.
fresh and early. Well, let's see how much blood that they can actually get. Let's get into Summoner's Rift.
Yep.
As our
So
summoners just falling in.
so with Restai having Blitz, this is basically a team that you want to do early invades
Oh,
just to
by that
mess up any
ping.
sort of jungle.
Exactly. By that ping, it seems like they caught on. They definitely want it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Teemo's going top though. I mean, I guess. I mean, standard thing, but do you really want to do that when you know they have a blitzcrank? Oh,
No.
but here comes the action right now though. Can we get the hook? No flash from the Lilia. What the heck? All right, easy, just like that. First blood. What
Yeah.
in the world?
If Lilia could, like, Lilia got a good chunk of damage, and they saw Lilia start with Q, which it's a
Right.
bit of information. It doesn't really help much, but this is the part where Teemo should have been there, and Lilia could have
Yeah,
flashed the grab.
easily.
Yeah,
But I mean, given what it is, everyone still has their summoners, but also the Blitzcrank is the one that got the first blood.
yeah.
So extra 400. I mean, if they go back right now, they could probably grab boots, and that would be a huge advantage. But it seems like they want to stay,
So that was
and maybe
that
just
was a major mistake on both sides, where there's no wards placed anywhere after the
no.
kill, or even
Yeah,
before the kill even happened, where Lilia
yeah,
arrived early and stuff.
yeah. None
A lot
whatsoever.
of that could have been prevented.
Definitely. I mean, they had all the time to put stuff in the river. Neither team did, and this falls more on the Lilia since they were first blood.
Yep.
All right. Well, as we pan into the game a little bit more. Oh, there's a pull from the Blitzcrank right early. Okay, there's a center with the heal. The Glacial Augment slowing them down, get an extra free shots. Good trade from the bot side.
And here comes the long range poke that Blitz will need to withstand.
Yeah, that's the sucky part.
Yep.
You can't. You have to land your pulls to at least try to go even with the lane.
Yep.
Speaking of going even with the lane, top lane,
Top
Teemo Fiora.
top lane is always gonna be that one sided until Fiora reached level 9 where her Q is just on a very short cooldown. That's when
About a
she'll be able to go in.
2.5 second cooldown, but that doesn't stop the Fiora from going in right now. There's the Ignite coming from the Teemo. Gets the passive off. There's a flash from the Teemo. The flash from the Fiora just to counter. The poison stats do not do enough early. It's only level 2.
Fiora knew if she was to go any further, all the minions would have started hitting her. It would have been a
100%.
trade.
So it was I mean, if I don't know if you want to give your opponent that, but you know what? That's still some proactive thinking on miss pull from the Blitzcrank there. Yeah, definitely the match to look at is bot lane.
Yeah.
Because that's the coin flip. Mid lane, you're gonna have a Malzahar. He's always gonna farm. Top lane, it's gonna be different. But here comes the Poppy with the gank. Never underestimate the Yordles with the gank. Easy like that. Another miss pull from the Blitzcrank.
That was a big mistake from Teemo, because you sort of know the timing of jungle, and even if you didn't see where Poppy started, a ward would have been a
100%
good idea to place.
Like, you have wards. Oh, he didn't have a ward at the time, but he should have put it down like around the area.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Should have seen it coming. But Poppy with the kill. You're with now, so at least a little bit even in the lanes now for topside.
Yeah.
You have the bot side. Crank. Yeah, it's gonna be rough now. Aphelios with the graviton gun already used up all the long range stats of the parry. Still blinded, but good trade.
So despite the fact that nothing happened in jungle besides that game, as soon as Lilia saw Poppy did that game, Lilia went ahead and started invading jungle and stuff. And you can see immediately there's a huge farm difference.
20 CS difference. Very big proactive play. There's a graviton gun going on to the Blitzcrank. Counter pull does not land. There's the long range poke that we're talking about. And then here comes the fight. Stun from the Poppy into the Lilia. Flash from the Lilia. Ignite going down. Can she get out? W doesn't really do much because it actually slows you down, if anything. But there you go. Lilia out. Flash is used though.
Yeah.
Let's look back at the bot lane. I mean, they got a few chunks off of the turret. There's a pull onto the Senna. Can we get a lockdown? There's a flash from the Senna getting out.
Oh.
Low mana into the trap. Free couple shots. Good trade. Oh, but the Infernum gun gets a little bit of AoE damage back onto the Caitlyn and the Blitz.
Somehow that trade actually turned into blue side having more advantage.
Yeah, funny how that works. That's interesting to think of. But now, Poppy thinking about a gank, but going back instead. Well, it seems like Talon has the level 6 advantage for now. Although you can't really do much. Oh, never mind. I think that completely counters.
Despite Poppy having 1 kill, this Lilia is still 200 gold up.
Yeah, it's just the 24 creeps that difference. It's huge.
Yeah, and I would think Lilia Poppy has more experience.
He's going for a grand challenge, but the blind is too long. Teemo is OP. We all hate that little devil right there.
Fiora tried hard trying to hit the vital.
Tried to go for the vitals with the grand challenge, but the blind counters all.
Yep.
Unfortunate, but that is just how it works with anything against Teemo. If you're an auto-based champ, it's gonna be really hard to fight Teemo up top lane.
Okay, this Poppy starting to look like he's not sure what to do right now.
I mean, when your entire jungle is cleared, things are just respawning now, probably popping over just to get the Krugs. And a little, like, double the farm that Lilia has on Poppy. That's insane.
Yeah.
Lilia opting for the Sorcerer's Boots first, get the extra speed, get the extra magic pen for free. I'd say that's a brilliant move.
So mid lane has officially hit level 6. So at this point, Talon basically cannot look at Malzahar as a kill potential anymore.
Yeah, his free trial at killing Malzahar is over.
Yeah.
Like, whatever Talon has, Malzahar instantly counters it. So Talon has to look elsewhere for options to kill.
At this point, Talon should probably just like aim for bot.
Yeah, and he's not doing that. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's going even with the Malzahar and farm essentially.
Yep.
Maybe just one like half away behind, but Yeah, he has to do something. Great pull from the Blitzcrank though. Under the turret, free Senna right there. That's a
That was a
great
big
pull. Big pull, threading the needle, but the Chakram's doing a lot of damage onto the Blitzcrank. There's the passive. Can we get it? There's... Oh, not level 6 yet, though. Flash from the Aphelios. It needed to be done. Here comes the Fiora, going on, getting blinded from the Teemo, completely canceling it. There's the Q from the... Oh! From the Caitlyn. And there's Sleepy Time. Oh, you can't do it. There's a 3-man top. You gotta push something, get an objective, so...
All the DOT in the world to hit Fiora, even with Fiora's W blocking for 1.5 seconds, that would not be enough to save you. But Red Team turns around with trying to get the trade.
Yeah, so you know what? I see it. I feel like that's a good trade. But look at the Lilia going back into the red side jungle, getting the red buff. This puts Poppy more and more behind and still literally double the farm.
Well, Malzahar has a sense that Lilia might be on the top side, so Malzahar is walking upwards.
Upwards towards the river, upwards towards the Teemo, but Talon's mobile, and so is Lilia. This is actually not great for the Malzahar. This is not a great look.
Ooh.
There's a Shadow Assault from the Talon. There's the big smite from the Lilia. There was no way out. Unfortunately, when Malzahar makes someone immobile, he is also immobile himself, naturally.
I think the Malzahar went too far up.
Just a little bit, because you have no vision.
Yeah, there's no vision anywhere, and if you already assume that Lilia is on the top side, then you yourself are walking towards Lilia, then which puts you further into getting sandwiched.
I'm fine with being a human ward for all that, but here comes the Blitzcrank pull. There's the Senna ulti. Oh, but here comes the 3v2. Oh, did we get the Poppy? Yes, we do. But the trade, one for one, gets the knockup. There's a snare from the Senna going in. There's only autos now. There's no vision. Oh, can we get it? That's a free Senna right there. Good night. 2 for 2. No, 2 for 1. Excuse me.
Good pulls all over the place.
Beautiful pulls. Bot lane has yet to die for the red side.
Yeah.
5-0. Down bot lane. Now Blitzcrank, ironically, with 3 kills with the bounty.
Yeah, a bit of shame,
Smells
but
hard.
a kill's a kill at this point.
Kill's a kill.
Yeah.
Definitely. And there, now you think about it, looking back at mid lane, I mean, Malzahar doing Malzahar things, just pushing in, getting a free plate, getting extra money. Blitzcrank goes for the pull, nothing yet. That's fine, you just got to kill.
Okay, so something interesting happened at this point. Teemo opt for Frostborn Gauntlet.
Frostborn.
This is a on-hit Teemo now.
Yeah, cause if I'm not mistaken, any autos or skills hit by the Teemo will automatically make a ring of slow, just like that. So this Teemo is thinking. I don't know how to think about it. I mean, it's a tanky Teemo, and I guess he's really playing on the on-hit, yeah. If it slows down the Fiora, that's 1 to 2 extra autos per trade. That adds up.
And here we see the effect. The Fiora is starting to get poked and cannot return any hits back just because of the slow.
Yeah, Fiora went for the hammer first, which gives cooldown, but not a lot of health. There's the lockdown. There's the silence from the Blitzcrank. There's the bind, but here comes the Poppy again! There's the ace in the hole, getting onto the Senna. Poppy responds and kills the Aphelios. 4-man bot lane.
Malzahar even walked down.
Yeah, but at the cost of that, it seems like Talon's going for the turret and Lilia going for the Rift Herald. 8 kills to 4, but if you look at the gold totals, it's the blue side with a 1k gold advantage.
At this point, aside from, even bot lane is sort of cutting even. Like every lane is basically cutting even except top and jungle. And apparently that's able to make big enough difference.
It evens out, but then if you look again, if you look closely, the jungle and top farm difference, it's a double for the jungle and almost double for top lane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean for top lane, I completely understand because you are locked down against a Teemo. You can't physically farm properly. Oh, with the top. Sorry, with the bot lane. Yeah.
She
Pardon?
is currently at 41 stacks.
41 stack, that really starts to add up. I think it's every 15 stacks you
Every
increase
20
range.
gives you bonus stats, and
20.
you start to feel the difference at 40 stacks.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's a shutdown going right quick onto the top lane. There's a Blitzcrank. There's Shelly getting the top lane turret. What are you going to do about that? But big shutdown.
Reside already got first turret, so that is just for place money.
Plate money. I mean, we're not even 14 minutes in. Plates are still up for another 30 seconds.
Yep.
Caitlyn doing long range things, getting free shots onto the Senna.
And this Teemo bought Berserker boost, so this further solidifies the mindset of going on hit, which is
now,
very interesting.
It's a good look if you were just split pushing.
Yeah.
It's not a good look if you're team fighting. Because given what the red team or the red side is, that little ring of frost isn't gonna do anything. And the fact that you're going on hit, Teemo, your Noxus traps, your shrooms aren't gonna do anything. And speaking of doing nothing, there is Senna just running in for free, but Talon gets the shutdown. There's a pull. There's a Poppy coming in, getting the stun on the Aphelios. Blitzcrank on the run, but shut down onto the Blitzcrank as well. There's a lot going on. Here comes the Lilia coming in. Talon on the run, gets the stun, beautiful stun, but here comes the lullaby from Lilia, gets the Malzahar down. Now it's just the Poppy. Here comes the Fiora. Gets slowed from the Lilia though. Oh, gets the lockdown from the Graviton, but that doesn't stop the Fiora. Flash in, going, grand challenge, gets the extra auto, gets the healing. Lilia is now on the run. But here comes the Teemo all the way from top lane, going down. There's a blind. Oh my God! There's so much happening. Poppy with no mana. There's no health. The poison is too much. There's the one auto. Oh no! Now Fiora's on the run. Here he comes. He's gonna fight. There's the spell immune. All from the Senna. Can we get it? No. There's the cooldown from the Lilia getting the final kill of the fight.
That fight was actually very interesting, considering it all started with bot lane. And it started with Talon actually walked down, and he went towards the tri-bush over here. At that point, Malzahar hit a dandelion, and it actually spotted Talon going down. So at that point, red side AD and support probably should have backed off a bit, but they insist on fighting. And does Talon actually walk? Talon walked away, and Talon walked back, and that's what started the first kill over there. And then it went into a whole cluster of.
I mean, that they said both teams down bot lane. Like, that was a crazy exchange of events. I don't even remember how many kills each team got, but oh man, was that crazy. Shadow Assault. There's the Vanguard's Claim or whatever Poppy's ult calls, completely blocking it. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the ult. That was just the W. No dashes allowed. Here comes the Poppy. Speed. Here comes the speed. Is it enough burn? Yes, it is from the Malzahar. But a 1-for-1 exchange. But here comes the Fiora going up top lane. Here comes the Teemo to respond. Now going with the Tiamat.
That Poppy did not need to push that.
That Poppy did not need to push that at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, kill's a kill for both sides. But yeah, I'm a little bit confused on this Teemo build now. We're going Tiamat Giant's belt, so I'm assuming we're going for Titanic Hydra?
Yeah. So at this point, you kind of have to wonder, is blue side's damage enough? So there's a lot of physical, being Senna, Aphelios, and Talon. And then you look at the magic damage side, you would think Teemo would start to build magic. But then he thinks that Lilia provides enough magic damage, and therefore he's doing something else.
Oh, there's the Care Bear stare coming from Malzahar. Gets the Aphelios, but that puts Lilia onto a rampage for a 1-for-1 trade. But now blue side is pushing in for mid turret. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, when you think Lilia's the only one that can do magic damage, sure, she does a lot of it. But
she does.
Is it enough? I mean, I don't know if Teemo would be great going on hit in a team fight, especially against this team comp.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tanky. I'll give him that. I can't deny that.
Now, any sort of, I believe he thinks that any sort of lockdown would just destroy him. So he'd rather stay alive and be able to tank hits and just slowly whittle away. That's actually a very interesting way of going about it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would not think of this Teemo build. I mean, granted, I'm not a Teemo player, but this is new. There's the Shirelius. Gets the double lockdown. Oh, Shadow Assault actually gets the Caitlyn in the back. 2 for 1.
Yeah. He almost proc his passive on Fiora, which would have dealt a lot more damage.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Fiora,
that would have done.
Yeah, if that Fiora HP was any lower, I think people would just start aiming for her.
Yeah, and there's the Senna ulti, just to protect something, I guess. But there is the turret going down. There is the lockdown coming from the Malzahar, but does Poppy have enough damage? No, there is not enough. There's no dots coming from the Malzahar either. But now we have to turn our heads towards Dragon. Oh, there's Lilia missing with the swing. There's the pull from the Blitzcrank missing. Did we get the lullaby? Not yet. There's the parry though. Grand challenge going down onto the Lilia, but she's fast. She's furious. There is Malzahar. There is Aphelios getting the kill. There's the Chakram's doing a lot of damage. Gets the double kill going in, but there's not enough. There's no peel for the Aphelios. Now it's just Talon going in with the Shadow Assault, going back into the front line. Or back line, I mean. Onto the Caitlyn. Now it's just Teemo. Has to flash out. Poppy has to flash out. There's a blue team double kill. But now it's just the Fiora. It's just the Teemo. There's a flash out. He has to flash out. There's no choice.
Damn, that Talon actually got through and killed the Caitlyn.
Got through everyone. Had that little hop over the cliff and just bish boom bow onto the freaking Caitlyn.
This is
now
why
Teemo.
This is why you need to actually know the distance of Prowler's Call, because that was actually Prowler's Call that got him over.
Wow, I didn't even know that. I thought it was just the alt hopping over. My mistake.
That was very beautiful.
Oh,
that was
almost
so
gets
close.
it. He, you know what? Points are him for trying. There's a TP coming in for the Fiora going on top lane. Shroom going down.
What?
All right, that didn't get the Fiora right away. Interesting. Oh. But if you look closely, Teemo Shrooms do nothing
Yep.
in damage.
He's
What
really
about
so
Bite
the way that he's playing right now is he's just really providing slows and blinds. That's it.
If you're gonna be a utility champ like that, I
Yeah.
really think you should think about your items differently. Like, you don't have to go. I can't remember the mythic item. Sorry. But if you go with the current item that Teemo has, it's just not worth it. Like, you can easily do the same thing with if you switch your mythic to, oh, I don't know, Leandri's, and then build into a Rhyolite. You still get the health, and you do damage to boot. Like, it goes into what your kit is about.
It's because Reliance doesn't proc off of auto attacks. So that's what he's trying to do. He's been just auto attacking to me.
Yeah.
That's the only reason for Frost Gauntlet.
Oh, Prosper Gauntlet, thank you. But yeah, no, it's like there are better ways to go at this. Like, if
It's a
you're gonna
very
be,
interesting way of going about it.
it's an interesting way to go about it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's interesting. But I don't know if it works. There's the Shirelius going down onto the Lilia, gets the lockup. There's the Senna ulti. Do we get? Oh, there's a big knock. There's a big CC onto Talon. Big shutdown there onto the Poppy. Great job from the Malzahar. Almost dying too. There's the Gale Force coming from for the Caitlyn. Beautiful miracle pull from the Blitzcrank. Goodness gracious.
That was a mistake positioning from Lilia.
100%. Oh,
Oh,
big stun. Gets the flash, but still dies in the end. But Teemo gets the top turret possibly? There we go. They have to get this tier 2. You have to trade it for something.
it's a very interesting thing that, for one, Teemo did not get any healing reduction, and two, Fiora did not get any lifesteal. You can easily nullify any sort of poke that this Teemo specifically, just by building some sort of lifesteal.
Yeah, 100%. Like, Now he's got his Titanic Hydra, which does do percent health damage per auto attack, along with a cleave.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you, if you're opting for
Sterix.
Sterix, thank you. I was gonna say Yammer's Fish, but that's the prerequisite item. But yeah, no, like if you go for Sterix, I mean you get a shield, which is great.
Nice.
But if you double that up with some lifesteal, oh man, you're set.
Yeah.
Because now that you look at it, Fiora's 5-3 in comparison to his 0-2 start. But there you go, Ace in the Hole coming in from Caitlyn as well. Just do a little bit of damage onto the Senna.
They got blocked by Lilia.
It did indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of damage coming in from the Lilia though. Just one little bowling ball.
She has
like
2 of the burning items now. So Teemo's guess is right.
Oh, big stun from the Poppy. Here comes a pull. Oh my goodness, onto the Aphelios. There's the damage gone. But here comes the Talon in the back. There's Poppy getting shut down actually. But blue side is slowly crumbling. Big bowling ball into the Blitzcrank. There's a Senna ulti. Can we get a little bit of damage back? Here comes the Lilia. Can she actually do it? There's the kiting. Will the heal do it? No, the burn will do it instead. There is only one person alive in this map, and it is the Malzahar.
That gave Lilia a quadra kill, so now she can actually get a lot more damage than she was supposed to have. Considering
that was a lot of damage.
Considering she rushed the first 2 burn item plus her own DOT, she will do a lot of damage if there's no one locking her down.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that she's got her speed item, her speed AP item, along with the Dark Seal, she's confident.
Yeah. And she's still holding on to that stopwatch.
Yeah, it's still holding on. I mean, like, when in a bad moment, I'm assuming she's going to build Zhonya's into that. But, with Dragon only 5 seconds away from spawning, red side does have at least the initial vision prio. Fiora does have TP available. There is some dots getting onto the Teemo. Big hook. Big heals from the Senna, though. Big damage coming from the Senna as well. There's the passive. Fiora getting Teemo. There is a lot of lockdown. There is a lot of damage. There's a lot of dots. But not enough.
That Teemo was supposed to die like a lot earlier, but just because of how tanky he is, he actually lasted.
He's a beefy boy, but the blue side was not in position for a team fight there.
Nope.
Aphelios wasn't anywhere near the dragon pit.
Yeah. And Lilia got stuck on the cliff. She couldn't walk down.
She couldn't walk down, she couldn't hop over, but at the moment, she didn't die.
Oh, now Caitlyn's on her. And Caitlyn with a rapid fire cannon, so that's going to be hard for people to reach her.
A little bit of extra range, a little bit of extra magic damage on the auto attack. It's huge for Caitlyn, along with the Storm Razor. You don't really exactly see that every day either.
I'll check one more stats. 86. Santa's at 86 stacks now.
86 stacks.
What does 80 stacks give?
An extra 80 range.
Yeah. So at this point, her auto attack should be equal, if not further than Caitlyn. Without the rapid fire.
If she gets the next the next milestone, I think her next one will go past turret range, like where she can auto attack turrets and not get hit. Oh, we're only 27 minutes into the game, but this is a bloody game.
Now let's look at gold for a second. 20 to 32. Yet the gold is still on blue side.
I mean, if we look at the farm difference, 219 versus 89.
Yeah, this Poppy is not doing jungle.
No, it's just going out for blood. Speaking of blood, going straight for the Senna, getting the kill there. 9 and 5. That's the only thing that's keeping the Poppy in the game. Now the red side going for the inhib, but the blue side going for bottom second tier turret.
So let's actually look at how effective it is to just purely gank instead of farming your jungle. You're 2k off.
3,000 gold, I mean that's half an iron. Oh, there's a huge lullaby, but can the Aphelios do enough damage? Just a verdict coming in from Poppy. Will it be enough? Chakrams and the lifesteal gun puts him off for now,
Yeah.
but that was a 3-for-1 exchange, or 2-for-1 exchange, excuse me.
Because Lilia is hitting hard and doing work, but she's not able to sustain long enough yet.
She can't sustain because she just doesn't have. She has health, but she doesn't have exactly any tanky items.
Yeah.
But at the same time, on the same coin, her team isn't there for her.
Yeah, that was just
And that's
getting
exact-
picked off.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we have 35 kills on the red side versus 21 on the blue side.
Now, another interesting thing happened. So Teemo was pushing bot, and
Right.
Teemo actually got bot. He went back, and he now got Wit's End.
Right.
So now his magic damage will start to do something.
Yes, on auto attacks.
Once he actually that combos pretty well because if he able to get a lot of auto attacks in and he drops the shroom will start hurt.
Yeah, I mean slowly but surely. At the same, oh, there's a big flash preemptive. Holy crap! But there's not a lot of damage coming in. Or it's also because this team was really tanky. There's the dots. There's a shutdown onto the Poppy, slowing down the team fight. But here comes the Caitlyn with
Nice
the Gale
Gale
Force
Force.
and auto attack. Goodness gracious, great warding, great preemptive and proactive play from the red side. But here comes the Lilia. Do we get the lullaby? We get the true damage?
Oh.
No, we do not. Only the burn. Will it be enough though? Can we kite? No, we cannot. But will the dots be enough? There's a knockup canceling the W from the Lilia. Great job, Blitzcrank. And this Malzahar is now godlike.
If that Lilia didn't walk back to hit Caitlyn, and assuming Caitlyn has not been hit, Caitlyn would have died from the burn.
100%.
So Lilia technically didn't need to walk in there.
Yeah, she didn't, but hey, I mean she did. She believed on in the kill. She would have gotten the. If she didn't walk back, she may have gotten the Caitlyn with the Q.
Yeah.
Early,
So
right?
there's another giant spell from Teemo.
What? Okay. I'm slightly starting to understand what this build is, but I don't like it anymore. There's
you
the
won't like
silence.
facing it in any sort of rankings and stuff because now you actually don't know what to do with the Teemo.
Yeah, you don't know what to do against it. I mean, granted, he's 3-7.
Yeah.
not
He's
doing
making a big
anything.
sacrifice, but he's also playing in a way that if you grab me, I blind your ADC and I will stay alive.
Yeah. It's again, it's good if your team is there for you, but bot lane, your Aphelios is 3-8, your Senna's 1-10. Those are big flash from the Teemo, but those are big damage.
Poppy,
That's just not
Poppy
happening.
failed to push. It should have been.
Poppy-
It should be a stun.
Should have been a stun, but unfortunately, there's a lockdown from the Senna. There's a shadow assault from the Talon going in the back. There's the Caitlyn. There's the damage gone. Oh, there's a knockup. There's a pull. There's a Zanya's. Blue team getting the dragon, but then Lilia with the Zanya's getting out miraculously. 1-for-0. Big damage gone, but big damage dealt from the Talon.
It was funny. Talon dealt the damage, but Lilia got the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a dot or bowling ball having to hit.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at it, Lilia's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have the tank aspect. While on the opposite coin, this Poppy is all tank and all business. So she'll definitely live a lot longer than Lilia in team fight. So that means Lilia is completely dependent on just her speed and her Zanyas.
So finally, one thing happened. Somebody got healing reduction on blue side.
Right.
Because Fiora heals a lot, and
Caitlyn
just
just got
Caitlyn
her
has a
Vampire
lifesteal
Scepter.
sector too. Yeah, so like finally someone got like Graveyard Spoon just to deal with Fiora.
Right.
And surprisingly, this Fiora went with Titanic Hydra as well.
Yeah. Again, interesting move, but I guess you do it for the extra health, the extra cleave. But I mean, it's still percent health damage regardless. Not. Oh, jeez. All right. If you're playing aggressive as she should, but oh man, that was a lot of damage right onto the Senna, I think.
So an interesting thing is that this Teemo did not buy Hullbreaker
Yeah,
because he has been split pushing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm confused about. It's like, if you're gonna do this, you might as well start with Hullbreaker. I think the Hullbreaker would complete that build.
If he starts with Hullbreaker, then Fiora can kill him easily. He needs that slow first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the blind is not enough just because early level you don't blind and cooldown quick enough.
Gotcha. So.
But yes, the location where he bought Wits End will probably be better if he went with Hullbreaker.
Agreed. I feel. Oh, okay. There we go. We got the Samurai Hat. We got the Demonic Embrace onto the Teemo. So now he can actually do.
Yeah, very first AP item bought by a Teemo.
Finally. So now he's a part of the game, and he has a 300 gold bounty now just because of the farm difference, which is good for the red side. But I mean, you gotta get it first.
This team, well, I don't know. This build, he's surprisingly clearing away very fast.
I mean, it's because of the cleave.
It's because of the cleave, yeah.
Yeah. Extra.
But it's just something that normal Teemo wouldn't do, because for regular Teemos to clear fast, you need to throw your ult. But he's now able to save all of his ult just to throw at all these like corridors, like corners and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big. They didn't ward it. There's a Shadow Assault going in the back line. There. Oh, they get the ADC again. There's the damage. Oh, Aphelios gets the poppy. There's the lullaby going on to everybody.
Prowler's Claw, baby. The very last hit on Caitlyn. Prowler's Claw once again.
Man, that's so much damage, but they still can't really break into the base. But there's the damage. There's the burn, baby, from the Teemo. Oh. And Fiora does indeed get out. There's the parry. There's the spell immune. Oh my god. There's a lot of damage coming to Fiora. Don't underestimate her. But now, blue side slowly breaking through, getting into the inhib. There is not much that just a singular Blitzcrank can do. But do they stay? An extra bowling ball to say sayonara to that. Blue team on the reset.
Teemo's attracting so much attention. Way more attention than technically normal games would have paid.
I would agree with you, but at the same time, he's Teemo. And you have to always argue with that, you know, you always gotta go for the Teemo.
You always, provided that he's in your screen. But now people are deliberately getting him into the screen. This is buying blue side so much time that's like absurd almost.
Now that I think about it, or now that I see, this is for Soul.
Yeah.
For Windrake's Soul, which is huge for the blue side, and especially for Lilia.
We're 27 to 40, and the gold is now 3k up on blue side.
It's just a huge farm difference.
And it keeps growing. It's like blue side will never, red side will never be able to catch up for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Because there's so much fighting happening.
Oh, there's a big damage coming in from there. There's a Shadow Assault going down. There's a knockup from the Poppy. Verdict going down. But that means the minions are pushing in on the red side. Dragon is still in play. Teemo going in for the base actually instead. Oh, there's the steal, but will it cost him? There's the teleport from the Fiora. It needs to be done. Oh, there's the lullaby. It actually gets down. There's the double teleport coming in for the Bazahar and the Fiora. Can we get the lockdown? There's the Tear Bear Stare. There's the Gleam. There is the Slay on. There's the kill, they're on to the Teemo, but the Lilia gets the Blitzcrank for a trade.
It was a shame. The lullaby came in a bit late. Otherwise, it would have stopped Fiora on TV back.
Yeah.
But it did got blitz, so at least
it did get the blitz.
Yeah.
But again, Wait, that's not. Is that Warden's mail onto the Teemo? Yes, it is.
Yep, it is.
What are we going? Are we going for Frozen Heart? What does this look? An Omens?
Maybe.
Oh, they're with. Oh,
And
there's
this
the
is the Baron
Baron
call.
The Baron call.
Yeah.
Blitzcrank is still not up. They are shredding this Baron down. Do we get a stolen Baron? It was just the Poppy, the
Lilia
miracle
actually
worker.
smited it.
She smited, but she smited early.
Yeah. And Poppy finally did something. Jungle
Red
related.
side gets away with murder. What in the world?
Oh.
This Poppy literally just walked in. I can't believe it. How do you just let that happen?
They thought they had the damage to just like clear for Lilia to smite. They almost did.
Oh, they almost did. And now with a lockdown, there's the Lilia Zanyas, but there's no way out for the Lilia. But oh, the Senna has damage. But there's the pull from the Blitzcrank, completely shutting that down. But Aphelios is topping. Do we get an extra turret? No, there's the enhanced Baron recalls going back.
See,
Where's Aphelios trying to
Aphelios should probably go back. This is already too late.
Should go back. Oh no. Aphelios does not have mobility, but Fiora does.
He's got one. He'll use it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. There's the Gale Force. But will it be enough? He only has Infernum and Chakram. It's not going to be enough. There's no Gravitum gun. There's the Grand Challenge and a shutdown.
If he was going to do that, it should have been the Chakram gun.
It should have been the Chakram gun.
Yeah.
More damage.
More damage. There's nobody to AoE around.
Oh, Aphelios cracking under the pressure, and now here comes the Baron minions. Here comes the red side pushing in, and there is the Malzahar going in for
little
mid lane.
Teemo's walking
There
into
is-
Poppy.
Oh, and there's a
Little
fight
Poppy's
right
getting
there.
pushed back.
Getting pushed back. I mean, Teemo now hurts, and now with an Omen of all things, less critical damage. But will it be enough? I mean, Poppy doesn't have Baron anymore, but this is an interesting look for the blue side. Oh, there's the 1v1, but here comes the 2v1. There's the lockdown. There's the parry. There's the extra damage that Poppy absolutely needed for that fight.
If Fiora wasn't there, Poppy would have died. Even with Teemo running out of mana.
And that's what we call being a team player. Speaking of being a team player, just look at the vision score of this Blitzcrank. 101.
Yeah.
This man is literally a machine. Clear 102. The vision score only goes up. But man, oh man, pivotal moments like these is what you need to win a game.
So,
Blitzcrank waiting.
blue side, there's two people that is full build right now.
Oh no. Right. Oh, there's the pull from the Blitzcrank. Shadow Assault to get out. Good play from the Talon.
Nobody
Oh,
blocked.
there's the bully ball, not blocking it for anybody. Oh no.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it, but continue. Two blue side players, full build.
So now the red side basically feel the full extent of this Teemo's power. This Teemo's not gonna get any stronger anymore.
Yeah.
And this Lilia just bought Hat, of course, but Lilia's not gonna get any stronger anymore. So there's room to grow for red side. So they just need to pick out these two, and then the rest should be easy.
And here comes the TP coming from the Malzahar. Here comes the TP from the Fiora. Shadow Assault going on. There's the GA being popped now from the Caitlyn. A beautiful item that is totally needed for them. There's the Senna ulti, but the Teemo finally does damage, and now Fiora's on the run. The only one alive. There's the Steris being procced. There's the damage. There's the Q. Will it be enough? There's the shutdown, but the burn is too much. Gets the across, but no W cooldown still there. And with no one up except the Blitzcrank, is there a chance? Can he
Tanky
get it?
Teemo will be able to do this.
Oh, he goes for the ignite. He's going in. Full force. Can we get the Teemo? No, the miss. Oh no.
The blind is real.
The blind is OP. You can't do that. That's just illegal. Oh man, there is Senna getting the red side inhibitor. Super minions now for both sides going through the mid lane
Oh,
and blue
that
side
that was actually very
with
interesting and smart by the Teemo because the Teemo flashed backwards, forcing Blitz to walk between him and the dragon.
and the
Thus, the
dragon.
dragon hitting for Teemo as
And,
well.
and dragons, especially wind dragon, does a lot of damage,
Yeah.
and that's scales. And now with dragon soul, the wind soul, an extra amount of move speed after you do an ultimate. That's huge for Teemo. That is huge for Talon and Aurelia.
Yeah. It's even huge for Lilia.
Sorry, did I say
Ah.
Aurelia? I meant Lilia. Oh man, this game has been knocking me crazy. Oh man.
Oh, once
Yeah.
Lilia gets a good amount of people, she'll just walk in, Q, and everybody
it's
hurts.
basically free. She's basically the speed of an actual bullet.
Yeah. So this goes back to what we mentioned at the very beginning. Now Malzahar has to decide who do you lock in.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at the kills right now, it's evenly distributed along the blue red side.
Yeah.
So whatever lockdown, it's still gonna do a lot of damage. Speaking of doing a lot of damage, holy crap!
Just
side
the
with
three
the
of
Baron.
these. That was really quick, and that was the second Baron
Three-man
too.
Baron. Yeah, that's Baron number 2. No steal this time around. But if we look at the numbers, if we look at the items now, Senna is approaching
I
full
want to
build.
highlight just one bowling ball, and the bowling ball's damage itself got blocked by the shield. This is all DOT.
Yeah.
Malzahar
that's-
lost a third of his health just with DOT.
Oh boy. And as we
Oh,
speak, there's
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn getting fully caught out. Teemo blindsiding the red side with an extra inhibitor in the top lane. They can't see the Teemo. He's camouflaged.
Oh,
They
he's
don't
making
know
a
he's
move.
there, but there he is. He's making a grand appearance. And now this is the blue side pushing in. Could this be the final push? 40 seconds on the Caitlyn. There isn't much left to do. There's 45 minutes. There comes the grand. There's the verdict. Only pushing back one person. This has to be the final fight, but it's not enough.
GG.
GG.
So
What
this
in
is
the
the final
world?
gold. And this is the big difference. If you don't farm jungle, even with kills, you're gonna be behind.
Oh man, what a game.
Yeah. So going back to the stats, look at this. Look at the amount of damage that Teemo actually did.
38,000. It
Yeah.
really started to stack up in the latter half of the game.
Yeah.
Like, but if you look at the Lilia as well and the Talon, like, well, let's not take that away from them. That's a lot of damage being dealt.
Yep.
Like, it's like we keep on pointing out throughout the game. It's just like the Lilia poison damage, but then we started seeing Teemo actually building towards AP, and it really started adding up.
It didn't even reach the late game condition that we set for the blue team, where Senna becomes a threat. We didn't
Yeah.
even see that.
No,
No.
it's like
But
I mean, she was honestly like, she was there every fight, but she wasn't doing anything significant. Like her ults weren't there
yeah.
more than half the time, but you can definitely argue that every time that Lilia was there in the fight, you can argue every time Talon was there, anytime Teemo was there. Ironically, fights were dealt and fights were not even won. You can't even argue that either.
So her item build actually explains why she's not doing damage. But
Yeah.
at the same time, with this build and she still did that amount, it's actually amazing.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Yeah. So
But-
that is it.
Oh man, what a
See you
carry
next time.
game! That was an interesting game.
Yeah.